This is another example where we're going to evaluate an x value, in this case 7, in our function f of x. And we're first going to do it using direct substitution. And so this is probably the first method that you learned. And so wherever there's an x in this polynomial, we're going to replace it with a 7 and then simplify. From here you could do some of it in your head, or you could just type it all into your calculator. I'm going to go ahead and just type it all into the calculator. We have 7 cubed minus 9 times 7 squared minus 7 plus 105. And we end up getting 0 here. So right away, this tells me that 7 is a 0 of our function, since we're getting an output of 0. A quicker way, or sometimes quicker way, is using synthetic substitution. So since I'm plugging in 7, I put 7 in a box, and then I list the coefficients of my polynomial. So a 1, a -9, a -1, and a 105. And it's important to note that if I was missing any of these terms, that I would have to replace them with a 0 up here and still have that placeholder. I'm going to leave a place below these lines and then draw a bar. From here, 1 plus nothing is 1, so we bring down the 1. We multiply this number by the 7, so I will get 7, and place it underneath this -9. We repeat the process, we add, so we will get a -2. Multiply that by a +7, and I get a -14. Go ahead and add again, so I will get a -15, and we're going to multiply that by the +7, and I'm going to get -105. Add these together, and I get 0. So this last remaining number right here is our output. So again, it corresponds to when we use direct substitution. When I plug in 7, I get out 0, which means that 7 is a 0.